This is it. All or nothing. So my name is Mark Paletti. I'm 29, originally from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I moved to Los Angeles in 2011 and been doing martial arts for like almost 11 years now. And I'm an actor. If I had to describe my character in 3 words, I would say cunning would be one, heroic, and badass. Maybe there's a little bit of showing off in there, maybe a little bit of cockiness and arrogance in a good way, in a heroic way. But I think in the show, my character is willing to do pretty bad things to people that I necessarily wouldn't be okay with doing in real life. But in the context of the show, you know, he's got to do what he's got to do to get back something that was taken from him. So one of the things I do to get into character and kind of like isolate myself from people, because while he's the leader of a group, his journey to get this thing back is kind of solo. One of the biggest challenges we have on R.U.N. is fight choreography. In film, you can hide things. You can cheat angles, you can cheat distance. On stage, your camera is fixed because it's the audience. There's a lot more, we call it positive contact, where we're actually physically connecting with the other performers. And with a show that is essentially a oneer from film, we start and then we finish. There's no cuts and in between. All the action's got to be like on point. There's a lot of communication that needs to happen. And on a show where there's a lot of stunts, there's a lot of fire, falling, fighting. There's a lot going on, and if we're not super open in our communication, I think we're gonna have a rough time. Luckily, everybody is very cool with communicating, so it's been pretty nice, but it's still one of the biggest challenges I think we have, especially going into rehearsals. Top 3 favorite action films. So I gotta mention Kill Bill. Tarantino style is like, it was such a great homage to all the action I kind of grew up with. 2, Enter the Dragon. That's kind of Kill Bill's kind of the same style too, right? I don't know, I'm a nerd. I think Star Wars are action films, so like to me, Star Wars like is the top all the time. So my artistic background is through martial arts. Originally I started with gymnastics when I was 19, so I started pretty late in the game, especially compared to most Cirque artists, I think. Started martial arts through a camp in California. I went back to Pennsylvania, was going to college, found another martial art place, and eventually it led me back to California, training with Philip Sahagan at South Coast Martial Arts. He's been my main teacher for almost 10 years, and I've had other teachers here and there. And then through doing martial arts, I found the stunt community, and within the stunt community led me to acting. And once I got to acting, I was like, oh, this is something I really want to do. And with my martial art background, action and stunts everything just kind of fell in together. So it's kind of what I've been doing for the past 10 years. One of the biggest things that attracted me to this project was an acting role with a heavy emphasis on action.
This is a song about a strong girl.
Меня зовут Настя Маслова, я профессиональный музыкант. Я играю на флейте, фортепиано, гитаре, я делаю битбокс, диджей, скретч-диджей, и все это вместе я соединяю в лайф-лупинг музыке. So I'm a life-looping performer more than DJ. Описать мой персонаж 3 словами. Dark, sexy, charm. Что мне нравится в моем персонаже? Мне нравится, что мой персонаж по характеру является той частью, которая во мне не до конца раскрыта в жизни, и я рада, что мне предоставилась такая возможность раскрыть эту часть в себе здесь, и в этом мне помогают наши преподаватели актерского мастерства, и наш хореограф, и вообще весь процесс работы помогает этому, так что да, мне нравится. Изначально о цирке я знала немного, только то, что видела из лайв-шоу в YouTube. Только чуть-чуть, немного, но то, что я видела, этого мне хватило для того, чтобы понять, что это очень творческое место с очень крутой организацией всей работы, и что поскольку я человек, который вырос в театре, я дочь актрисы театра, и я знаю, какая большая работа всегда стоит за любым шоу. Однажды ко мне пришло письмо от человека, который сказал: «Эй, Настя, мы хотим пригласить тебя работать в Цирке дю Солей». Я очень удивилась, сначала подумала, что это шутка, потом все-таки ответила, увидела, что дело серьезное и что это действительно Цирк дю Солей. Я очень обрадовалась, и после чего Цирк дю Солей прислали мне несколько сэмплов, из которых я должна была сделать свое видение трека. Я это собрала как кубик Рубика и сняла видео. То есть это был видеокастинг, и все, и я особо сильно ни на что не надеялась, потому что я знаю, что в целом мире так много талантливых музыкантов, и я до последнего момента не могла поверить в то, что почему это Цирк дю Солей вдруг нашли меня. Что меня привлекло в проекте? Ты чувствуешь эту одну большую семью, и ты хочешь быть в этой семье, и мне очень нравится работать здесь и в этом проекте, и особенно учитывая то, что проект и наше новое шоу, оно будет уникальным, таким, каких никогда не было в Цирке дю Солей. Вообще, вся эта ситуация того, что я здесь работаю в Цирке дю Солей, в другой стране, это уже самый большой челлендж для меня. Также для меня было челленджем большим это то, что приходится иногда ходить на занятия, спортивные занятия вместе со всеми людьми, кто выполняет трюки, со всеми спортсменами, и иногда и ты должен соответствовать, и ты должен подтягиваться и вместе с ними работать, так что в какой-то мере для меня это тоже большое испытание, потому что я не спортивная личность, и в этом плане я стараюсь здесь быть на одной волне со всеми. Что я девочка из очень бедной семьи, из маленького города в России, которая просто делала музыку на протяжении всей своей жизни, как будто, так и должно быть, а теперь по какой-то удивительной случайности я работаю здесь, в Цирке дю Солей, и имею обувь, и здесь отлично кормят, и я этому рада.
I'm 34 years old. I'm a French performer coming from Paris suburb. When I got to know that it was the first live action show, I'm interested in actions. I've been more and more into it, so it's so awesome to be part of the first action show from Cirque du Soleil. Sounds too good. Obviously, when I understood that they wanted to get me as the main female character, I was like, yes, I'm in.
Describe your character in 3 words.
She's a badass, she's smart and sexy. So Cirque called me for this part, and when they explained me what she'll have to do, like performing with bikes, performing on a harness, then doing a big badass fight at the end, I was getting more and more excited about it. I've been taking the female hero part, like last year I was Black Widow on Marvel, and when they offered me to be the female hero, I said, yeah, that's really, I feel like I want to do that, because in some way I guess I want to defend that girls can be very powerful. How am I alike and different? I would say I'm also sexy and smart. Yeah, different, all this very sophisticated look that she'll have. In the real life I'm different, but otherwise, I'm pretty badass like her. Yeah. I've been performing gymnastics for 10 years as a kid, starting at 9. Then I moved on dancing because I fell in love with hip-hop. Seeing the girls on stage, I was like, I want to do that. Stunt has come to my life 2 years back, so it's pretty new for me. And these days I've been training a lot into fighting. Did some Krav Maga training or Kung Fu training to get the good look in fighting.
If your character had a theme song, what would it be?
I would say it's one of Marilyn Manson's soundtrack. Yeah.
How do you get into character?
First I do that. I mean, they did that to my hair, which helped a lot. Huh? You could guess. Wear the costume, put the gloves, put the shorts, even I think they want me on heels. This will definitely help me getting into it.
Top 3 favorite action films?
I just saw Alita and I loved it. I like Kill Bill and The Drunken Master. My main concern coming here was really to handle physically, to do 480 shows a year, performing at my best, like if it's the first show every night. This is the main challenge for sure.
Smooth like butter. Well, my name's Austin Punton. I also go by the performance name of Ozzy Blood, so that's A-U-Z-Z-Y Blood. When they first described the character to me, it was right on the money of how I saw myself already. It was almost like a dream character because I present myself as this Marilyn Manson-esque type freak that, you know, wears all this gritty makeup, gets filthy, I get bloody during my performances, people even staple money to me. I felt this role was almost made for me, as strange as that sounds. It was a strange coincidence that this is what I auditioned for and I got exactly what I wanted. You know, you never know where Cirque's gonna take your type of performance and character, so the fact that I got something that I was overly ecstatic to play, then it's just made me even happier. He's this gritty, crazy person who gets paid money to keep people in a basement and literally mutilate them for his own personal enjoyment and payment. So I mutilate myself for people's entertainment before I ever worked for Cirque, you know, putting meat hooks through my face, swallowing swords. That's where we're similar in a lot of ways because he's this dark, freaky character and I'm, in real life, a very gothic, bizarre person with no limits whatsoever, and I'm always trying to push my boundaries. I would say the ways we're different is I would never go out of my way to torture somebody or hurt somebody. In real life, that's just not me. You know, they see this freaky appearance and they think this guy's got to be messed up in real life. No, I'm just like everybody else. I watch a lot of cartoons and, you know, drink my morning coffee just like everybody else. I started off back in 2014 training myself in different stunts. I've always had a passion for the human body, biology, and anatomy. So that's why I started going to medical school in 2014 to be a CMA. That's a certified medical assistant. So while in school, I said, well, do I want to work at a doctor's office for the rest of my life, or do I want to have a little adventure and experience at such a young age? I was about 18 or 19 years old. I actually saw my first Cirque du Soleil show in 2015. My dad got us tickets for Christmas to go see Ka, and I was ecstatically excited. Seeing that moving stage, all of the special effects, the type of performers just blew my mind, and I was literally almost shaking at tears through the entire show because I'd never seen a performance spectacle like that before. After seeing that, I just kept telling myself, you know, I just got into the performance world, so I said that's where I want to be one day, literally on a stage like that. And here I am now. So one day they had posted for something of looking for a freak show artist with specialties with nails, knives, swords, hooks, and electricity. Well, that describes everything that I do to a point. I manned up in a way and just said, you know, I'm gonna go head on with this. I'm gonna make the audition video, so I did, and they contacted me by December 4th. That was really like a whole enlightening way to end 2018 for me. Top 3 favorite action films. I would have to say The Island is a great one. It's a great suspense thriller movie about all these people that they're part of this colony that's supposedly been saved from a toxic outbreak. It's a pretty intense movie. And I also love the Crank action series, so Crank and Crank High Voltage. Hilarious movies, completely strange type of thriller action movie with so much comedy involved. And I would say my #1 top movie, I don't know if you consider it an action movie, it's more on the horror side. I'm more of a horror fanatic myself, but the Saw movie series, they're filled with scenes of torture and action, and I've always been really attracted to that because I know it's not real. The ways people can take these movies and push them into these uncomfortable real scenarios, and it just makes you want to grit your teeth. Me, I'm sitting there on the edge of my seat with a smile on my face going, okay, this is cool. They took it this far. You gotta get into the groove.
My name is Sam Furlow. I'm 22 years old. I'm from Rome, New York originally. The character I'm playing is called the Professional. He's a hitman, but he's very unprofessional at killing people, such as he's out to kill somebody, but he does it on accident. He's very clumsy about everything. He falls downstairs all the time. He's the comic relief of the whole story. The first audition was very stressful. It was very hard, very exciting at the same time. I think there was like 30 of us, and then at the end there was 5 of us. And then there was another audition called the Specific Audition in Montreal here, and I was invited to come to that. And that was the same thing, but more fun. I got a call later in a couple months, and I got the job. And I was like, yeah. My artistic background is that I'm a second-generation circus performer. My parents were both in R.U.N brothers together. My father was a clown, and my mother was an aerialist. I started performing circus when I was 5 years old, and ever since then, circus. I'm a clown, aerials, juggling, hand balancer, hand-to-hand, banquine, flyer, an acrobat. That's it. I knew it was a dream of mine to go into Cirque du Soleil ever since I was little, but I never thought I'd come to be in it at such a young age. What attracted me to the project? I think stunts. Stunts attracted me to the project very much. I always wanted to get into stunts, such as like Buster Keaton or Charlie Chaplin, Harold Lloyd. I've always wanted to be a big part of that stuff, so I think stunts, action, live thriller on stage seemed very new, and why not? That's amazing. Yeah. I think what drew me to do that was, well, I was told to do that, but also I'm just funny in general, so I can't not be serious, and I think that's what it is. And it's different from everybody else because everybody else is very serious, we're here to kill people, very angry, and I'm just not like that. I hit somebody, it's gonna be funny. If my character had a theme song, it would probably be a rustic version of 007, a very messed up version of 007. I get into character by thinking of myself as when I was very little, and I used to go out and play war with my friends, and the way I acted then. And then I have a kid inside of me, and then there it is.
3 favorite action films?
I would say John Wick, 007, and Get Smart, but the old one. The biggest challenge of working on Run is that we have to run. There's a lot of cardio. I love it, but it's very challenging. And to learn stunts as a whole new thing is very challenging.
Alors d'où je viens, je m'appelle Florian Beaumont, j'ai 28 ans, je viens de Paris. Alors mon personnage, il s'appelle le Groom, donc le marié, et donc du coup je suis celui qui chasse le héros pendant tout le long du spectacle. Alors ça fait 10 ans que je suis cascadeur, performeur. J'ai commencé par le parcours et le taekwondo. Ensuite j'ai commencé à travailler avec les Yamakasi, avec qui j'ai commencé à performer un peu partout en France et en Europe. Et voilà, après beaucoup de boxe, beaucoup d'arts martiaux et de l'acrobatie. Qu'est-ce que les gens savent pas sur moi? Je suis assez timide, voilà, on va dire ça. Quand on commence, on a tous envie forcément d'être dans les plus grandes compagnies ou d'être dans les endroits où ça marche le mieux. Donc non, ma vision n'a pas changé, c'est comme je l'espérais en tout cas, c'est très professionnel et on est dans un très bon environnement artistique. Ouais, mon personnage en 3 mots je dirais sournois, déterminé et forcément méchant. Là où je serais différent dans ce personnage-là, c'est que j'irais peut-être pas forcément aussi loin que lui va aller tout au long du spectacle. Et puis ce qui m'a motivé, c'est que il y a tout un attrait autour de ce personnage qui me différencie aussi pas mal, qui me lie aussi beaucoup. Et puis surtout la performance qu'il va y avoir à faire dessus. Quand il a une idée en tête, il va jusqu'au bout. Et puis il a des valeurs surtout. Je peux pas trop en dire, sinon je dévoile certaines parties du spectacle, mais il tient à ses valeurs et il est déterminé à celles-ci, donc c'est surtout ça qui me relie à ce personnage. 3 films d'action préférés. Matrix, ça a marqué un temps pour moi. À ce moment-là, je me suis dit, ok, j'ai envie de faire ce genre de film. Plus récemment, John Wick et The Raid. Voilà, ce seraient les trois principaux. Avant de terminer, non, hâte de commencer la création, hâte de voir le spectacle fini et hâte que les gens le découvrent aussi avec nous et qu'on partage tous un bon moment.
Favorite action films is a tricky one because there's so many. Kill Bill, John Wick, Atomic Blonde, The Matrix, Ghost in the Shell. My name is Michael Schwant and I am the show director for R.U.N. I almost had a completely different career path. I was weeks, if not maybe a month away from going to aeronautical university to become a pilot. And I made a decision at the last minute to give the creative side of my brain a chance to be explored and chose a different path. So my artistic background comes from the choreography world. I was a choreographer for many years, and I transitioned to creative directing and stage directing, lots of artist work, live TV shows, TV specials, sporting projects, and just big live spectaculars. That's my background. What attracted me the most to this project, I like taking elements that traditionally aren't part of traditional live entertainment and putting those in a live entertainment context. So this project was a perfect opportunity for taking some components like that and seeing if we could make something work. What is R.U.N? It's the first live-action thriller by Cirque du Soleil. It's going to be a kick-ass show. Unlike anything in Las Vegas, we've taken inspiration from so many films, what's happening in the music industry and what's happening in the live TV industry, taking the best of popular culture today. It's taking the best of cinema today. It's taking the best of what people love when they go and see an action film or a horror film, and really trying to kind of almost creating a new genre for live entertainment. The challenges with creating this show in particular are in fact so many of the unknowns. We're working on a project that doesn't have existing acts that follow a particular formula. We are creating the acts from a skill set that the performers have. So we identified a number of skill sets that we thought were applicable to the show and that we wanted to feature in the show, and actually creating acts from that. And I don't even like to use the word act because I don't think that in our show we have acts, we have scenes, we have chapters. That's a challenging thing because we are actually storyboarding every single step and every single action that happens on stage from start to finish. Almost like you would storyboard a film and how you want your shots to be taken to create the perfect scene.